blessings all coming like fun. But thank God for the journey, the earnings, the dust to the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah.
Hey, the best squad, it's your girl, Ebony, the best. Guys, can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? And let me start by saying that everything I'm about to say, it's alleged. It's all in my opinion. And it's all for what we call entertainment purposes. Now let's get into it. So you guys, let's get into part 2 of Carlos's interview with Mel, their exclusive interview. So in this section, you will hear, how Mel, still constantly protecting her peace, and how her and Leticia sat down went. And, judging from what I'm hearing, it seems as if Melody, well, it's not Melody's word. It's mostly Carlos saying that Melody and Leticia is open to try and, be friends or be cordial. Melody says that she basically had no problem. She can go in a room with you and still say hi. And I guess, judging from what I'm listening to, it seems as if that's the reason why Carlos and the other VP, Angela, went down to Huntsville to straighten them out, because they wanted a different perspective after the reunion, according to Carlos, stating that, this is what we're not having anymore. And it seems as if it also has something to do with Melody and Leticia. I don't know if Leticia didn't want to be in the same room, Mel didn't want to, whatever it is, but they did have a sit down, and that is going to come up. Also, they went into talking about Carlos stating that what he loves about, this season. He said that it's going to be a season of, the core six trying to heal. And, I guess we will enjoy it. Also, Melody speak on the fact that due to Martell's constant behavior, not separating reality from reality TV, that had caused her to almost quit the show. Like, even Carlos was shocked that she said that. She said, I was in the process of quitting this show because Martell constant thinking that every time they film together, it's a possibility of them getting back together. And you see, this is where Marlene needs to go get herself some therapy too. Because how dare you even sit there and say Melody needs to grow up. Melody needs to stop talking about the kids to their dad. Like Marlene. Marlene, when did Mel talk to the kids? You see, you're trying to stay relevant. You're trying to get more time. And you're bringing up stuff that's not even true. And I wish Martell would have stepped in and said, well, she haven't done that. But he co-signed again, like he always does, everything his mama said. With her Marble-Light looking face. Like, don't do that. You weren't there for him. You didn't raise him. But if he's looking at you and said, Ma, there's things in me I need to change. And you're going to talk about what you're doing that for. What's wrong with you? Come on, lady. Come on. And y'all, do you think Martell bought a new house? Because that don't look like his mama house. Or is he renting to own? Just a side note. But guys, I'm gonna let you guys hear the rest of this. Listen, this thing was so long, y'all. I had to chop it up to get the meat of all of this. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to all of this. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Yeah, welcome to the best squad. All right, welcome. Relax, take off your shoes, and we do chat over here. Well, we chat in the comment section for now. But don't forget, guys, to please be respectful in the comment section. And for those of you, I have people hitting me up in my DM stating that they're noticing that they're unsubscribed. Please, guys, please go ahead, hit back that subscribe button. We on our way to 7K. Come on now. We are on our way to 7K. So I want to let you guys know that I appreciate even each and every one of y'all. I hope you had a blessed Easter Sunday. Me and my family were having an awesome time. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button, guys, and I will definitely talk to y'all in the comment section or in my next video. Bye.
Up to say, you and Tisha obviously had a friendship before the show. And I don't want to spoil too much, but what the fans are going to see this season is a very interesting conversation between you and her. And without giving too much away, it showed me that these two people, Melody and Tisha, have boom, boom, boom. And I'll be like ping pong. And I said this to you because we're friends. I said, baby, a Libra Scorpio, I can watch all day long because it gives me my life. I love a Libra Scorpio mashup. But as tough as it's been for you and Tisha, I will say this. You even allowed yourself to re-enter into a space,
right,
and say, let's start over again and see where this can go. Again, I give too much away. And I'm going to be very honest here. And I didn't say this to you either. I was shocked at how receptive you were. Shocked. I was shocked because again, it's been so much great history and bad history, and then great and bad, that I just didn't know. But to see how you were able to receive.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what sort of work did you have to do within yourself to say, let me be open to this?
Absolutely. So, I say all the time, your healing journey, first of all, everybody's healing journey is different, but your healing journey is not for the other person. It's about you, right? And so that's kind of, when Tisha and I had the conversation, kind of where I was with it. But you should be able to be in a place where it's never too far-fetched to speak or to have a conversation, right? And so that's what it is for me. And, and it's work, baby. We're not gonna act like you didn't fly to Huntsville. We're not about to act like you did not fly into Huntsville. You and the VP, Angela. We're not about to act like you ain't flying to Huntsville. We're like, listen, y'all, now come on now. We need y'all we can do better than this. Let's get it together.
Media, and listen, social media, has its ups and downs, but I don't think you get enough credit in terms of how dedicated you are to make sure the show is great. And you are right. I knew after that reunion, I was like, something has to change. And I went down to Huntsville with Angela, and we had a meeting. In the words of Kimmy with the Core Six, Destiny with Stormy, and you replaced Wanda with Miss Betttie, and they both trying to come for Melody. Now, look, I know y'all think that I'm this wizard who can be a puppeteer. We don't even go in thinking that, but that's what y'all are saying, and that's not even the case. What we saw tonight and what we saw in the trailer is Miss Betttie, who's the mother, Stormy, has an issue. Did you think that here I go again, having to address something with someone else's mother?
Yeah, so, first I want to address kind of what you said. I'm sure that even when you put your producer hat on, take it off, you could see why and where the people would feel like that, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
So I'm not going to say that based on what they've seen, which they haven't seen a lot yet, but based on what they've seen, it looks that way, right?
Right.
Okay, because you do have another mother, and it's coming for Melody, right? You do have now another friend having an issue with Melody communicating regularly. And so I get it. I would say the same thing if I was watching the show. I would be like, dang, so now another pain, right? When
especially to your point when you haven't seen the whole season. So I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, with Stormy's mom, to be honest, I don't know her enough. I don't even know her enough to speak on who she is, what she is. I've maybe been around her 3 or 4 times in my whole life. So, and those times were literally mostly speaking moments. Hey, how you doing? You know, so I don't know her. She's not, you know, she's not in my age range. So she's not someone necessarily that I would hang out with, if I could be honest. I don't know. I don't.
I tried to hold it in. I couldn't. Go ahead.
So for her to have such strong opinions about me, which I later find out, and we're not going to spoil too much, but later found out came even before she ever met me. That's weird to me. And I pray that I never am in a position to where I'm ever bashing or having such strong negative, because this is the second go around of, you know, people who are old enough to be my mother having such strong opinion and don't even know me really. They've only been around me a handful of times.
It's your ex.
Mm-hmm.
Desiring to walk you to your car, be around you, all this other stuff. When those things happen, where you feel like, okay, here I am, I'm hosting Kimmy's event. You know, you and Kimmy have a great relationship. I'm always surprised when people say you fall out with people, because you and Kimmy never had a falling out, and y'all been on the show together since day one. But let's talk about that first. How do you feel when people say Melody can't keep a friend? She falls out with everybody, child.
That is the running narrative, right? You know, watching the show and being a spectator of just the show, I can see how they could feel that way because of the fact what we talked about earlier. People seek me out. I find a way to get them on this platform, right? And then it becomes like, when I pull back, there's an issue or whatever, right? Or you're talking about my mess, like season 1, I think Tisha and Martell like, you know, word around the curb is he got da-da-da-da. But then when I talk about your mess, or Martell talk about your mess, it's a problem, right? So you've seen those falling out. So watching it, spectator of the show, I can see how people could, you know, come to that conclusion. But the fact of the matter is, I have a life outside of the show. I have friends that they've never seen on the show. And that's just real life, but you can't blame them because they're just watching the show. So
yes, no, that is very true. That is very true, and that's what they have to go by. So going back to your ex, was it uncomfortable for you knowing that, look, we're co-parenting and we're doing the best we can do under these unique circumstances? And the unique circumstance is we got cameras around us every single day and we're famous. We're famous. Like Mel and Martell, famous. When you're in those moments where he's doing those things, does it make you uncomfortable because you don't want to send mixed signals?
Absolutely, it does. You know, sometimes, like, if you give people an inch, they take a mile, right? We've heard that forever. And I feel like I'm dealing with my children's father, who is missing reality TV and reality. You know what I'm saying? And so I find myself trying to walk a line that's as narrow as possible to not confuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, just because we are here in this thing together and I can speak to you, hey, how are you doing? And keep it moving doesn't mean, oh, shoot, she spoke to me in this thing today. I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? It makes it tough, if I can be honest. It makes it tough to be real with you, dealing with just the imbalance of it all. And, you know, you guys see, as you saw tonight, you know, this whole thing of him wanting to walk me to my car, and he has a conversation with Kimmy right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen. I should have listened, you know. But then you're also doing other things that are constantly trying to break me and tear me down behind the scenes. That's that inability to separate reality TV and reality. But I see it all. I see it all. So when people who don't see it all, don't hear it all, don't know it all, whenever they try to say, well, Melody, you should be nicer, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't have boundaries that are like this, you don't know. So leave me alone, because I do know. To be real with you, that has been one of the things, Carlos, at times that have made me feel like I want to walk away.
Really? From the show?
Yeah.
You never said that to me.
I thought we were doing an exclusive interview. That's what you said.
Blessings all on my life.